Molly Bish was just 16 years old when she went missing after being dropped off at her lifeguarding job. In what would become the biggest search in Massachusetts history, Molly's remains were eventually found, but her killer has still not been identified. Decades later, her sister has taken to social media, determined to find answers. 48 Hours correspondent Erin Moriarty is here with a preview of Saturday night's show.
In 2021, 2 decades after her sister went missing, Heather Bish started to post on TikTok about her sister's case, hoping to generate tips.
It's been 7,680 days since my sister disappeared, and I've been waiting for answers on what happened to her.
Molly Bish disappeared the morning of June 27, 2000, shortly after she arrived for her job as a lifeguard at Cummins Pond in Warren, Massachusetts.
I was like frantic. My mom and I were frantic.
That afternoon, state police took over the investigation and launched an extensive search that spanned weeks.
We're looking for a 16-year-old.
Then, almost 3 years after Molly disappeared, bones belonging to Molly were discovered, spread across 35 acres of forest.
I just wanted to run outside of this nightmare.
Years passed and then decades. Authorities named a person of interest, but have not filed charges. Heather Bish is determined to do what she can to find her sister's killer.
I'm coming for you. I'm coming.
Joining us now from New York is Erin Moriarty. Thanks for being with us, Erin.
Thank you, Dana.
Well, you mentioned that the district attorney actually named a person of interest, but hasn't filed any charges. Isn't that unusual, and why not?
It's very unusual because most prosecutors don't even want to name suspects until they've actually brought charges and they're taking that person to trial. But in this case, the person of interest is a man by the name of Frank Sumner Sr. He died. He is a man who was from around that area, owned a number of body shops, and had a very long criminal history, including a conviction for rape. And he had been paroled just 2 years before Molly Bish disappeared.
Well, many of these cases that we've talked about over the weeks are finally resolved by DNA and genetic genealogy. Have investigators tried to take DNA from the scene and track down any relatives of the killer?
You know, Dana, that's so interesting because I'm working on so many cases like that. In this case, there apparently is DNA gathered from the scene. The problem is the scene was not secured until at least 3 hours after Molly disappeared. And so there is an effort to try to see if DNA can lead to the killer. But the big question is, do they have DNA from the killer? They have DNA from people at the scene, but was that the killer?
So many hours passed there. All right, thank you, Erin, for being with us. And you can watch 48 Hours tomorrow night at 9 right here on CBS 19.